want to start this one off with a question for you guys, a poll, if you will. Which version of the Lunchleys is your favorite? Do you prefer the Fiesta Nachos, the turkey stack'ems, or my personal favorite, not to bias you one way or the other, the moldy pizza? Logan likes his cheese drippy, and I myself, God, I just prefer my cheese moldy, bruh. So Lunchly has been out for a little over a month here, and stay with me here because in another video I will be reviewing them. But the topic of the video today is other people reviewing the Lunchly product. More specifically, quite a number of people finding molds in their Lunchleys. There have been some like one-offs where people have been finding the cheese moldy in the Lunchleys, even, you know, a month before the expiration date for it. And a lot of people were saying that it has to do with the fact that it's real cheese as opposed to cheese product like Lunchables. However, I think that there may be another reason that they're finding mold in the cheese, and that has to do with the product quality. And we're gonna get more into that reason after we check out what came out yesterday. Rosanna Pansino put out this bad boy right here. I tried Lunchly, it was moldy, and we're gonna be taking a look at this video because she opens up one of the Lunchleys that they had gotten. Keep in mind that this is, I think, almost 2 months before the expiration date, and it's got some nasty, unrequested blue cheese in it. But just before we get into the video, just to make it clear that no, this is not just Rosanna Pansino being a large figure and finding it in their own. If you go onto any social media, like for instance TikTok, you're gonna find, and I can't play some of these videos because unfortunately they're playing thick of it, and well, this video would be gone if we played any of that. But we can see here already some nasty mold in this one here. Again, terrible mold, like really bad in the corner here. Considerable amount found in this one, and again in this. Now I will say, regardless of what is very clearly in the public eye a bad product, we're obviously gonna see more people covering it if it's like, if they find mold in their Lunchly. It's just kind of like how reviews work. Most of the time you're gonna see reviews for something that are 5 stars or 1 star. Either having a very negative experience or a very positive experience is going to elicit making a comment about anything. I'm not here to defend them, but I'm also gonna try to be honest when I recognize that in a situation like this, you're gonna see more people trying to post about it negatively than positively. But going back to her video, let's take a look at when Rosanna discovers that sweet, sweet blue cheese in the pizza.
I think how we're doing the first is the not.
These are molded. Okay, so these ones are supposed to be good until December, and we just got them from the store. It says used by December 8th, 2024, and today's date is October 16th. So these are supposed to be good for like another 2 months. This is molded. That's mold. This is not safe, especially like kids that are so young. They may not know what mold looks like, so they might just eat it. I saw a picture circulating about mold, but I didn't know if it was fake or, you know, I just had heard about it, but this is real, you guys.
And there's mold.
Why is there mold in the Lunchly?
Oh my god, it's actually disgusting.
Could you imagine this little 8-year-old pulling up to the lunchroom table, stoked to showcase the fact that their parents bought them a Lunchly so that they could eat a third of what they need that day, only to open it up and find out they got the blue pizza cheese, let's go! So either that kid ends up not getting to eat that and maybe has to pull into more of mom and dad's lunch money to afford something else, or that kid is really stoked to get the uncommon variant of his pizza, the blue side, yeah! I mean, food poisoning, ingesting mold, you know, all that aside, at least the kid gets to go home early. You know, big dubs in that regard. But on a serious note, having a product with real cheese that invariably is seeming to mold before the expiration date by almost 2 months is pretty bad, especially when you're, you know, advertising it and making this product for kids. Now, like most companies that don't want to be held accountable for the odd issues that they're dealing with when they do something stupid like this, in the Lunchly's terms of service, they do have a class action waiver that makes sure that any claim you have against Lunchly will be brought individually through arbitration, and you shall not join any action with claims of any other person or entity or bring, join, or participate in a class action suit against Lunchly. Now, what does that mean for you guys if you don't know lawyer stuff? Well, I fine-tooth combed through the Reddit that I saw this posted in, and pretty much essentially what it means is you guys don't get to group up on us if a bunch of you have children that end up getting sick from this, and you all have to, you know, file against us separately in court, which, you know, realistically, from, you know, the incredible intellectual discourse that, you know, plagues Reddit. What people were saying is that realistically, if there are so many people that have an issue, like a bunch of different kids are getting sick because they're ingesting mold or are unable to eat the product, this clause doesn't actually matter because it's written on the assumption that the contractual obligation is met, meaning that the Lunchly company is presenting the product that they are supposed to be. Realistically, if a bunch of people are actually finding mold in their Lunchlys and grouped together, they're allowed to do a class action lawsuit with all of them grouped up, being that, you know, Lunchly didn't hold up its end of the bargain. That's what I'm assuming. Go look at Legal Eagle or like any other lawyer on YouTube, or if you just have a lawyer, go check them out, because I don't know anything. And like I said, I used Reddit comments. Now I want to jump back to the video because Rosanna's going to make a point about something that I'd referenced earlier, being the other potential reason that people are finding mold in their Lunchlys as opposed to it just being real cheese.
The second one that I opened was not moldy, and they both had the same expiration date on them, and they were both same everything, so I don't know what's going on.
I'd be curious to see the plastic container side by side to see if it has the sealant. Like,
so this is the one that was not moldy, and then this is the one that was moldy, but you can see the kind of like adhesive, like the glue is not here.
Ooh, quality assurance issues, man. It's gonna cost you a lot of money, Jimmy.
Now, obviously what you just saw is them pointing out that the adhesive around the plastic with the plastic covering was not fully there, or at least not fully intact when they were going over and showing the Lunchly where they had found mold in the cheese. And funnily enough, as I was doing, you know, the setup for this video, I noticed that each of those videos that I showed you earlier, just the little screenshots of the TikToks, we jump over there, you're actually gonna see the same issue being presented on each one, with that sealant being missing here, the mold showing up there. Taking a look at this one, it's broken up here, and then we can't see on this side, but I had to bet if this guy moved away, we would actually see the same issue. If we go on to the next one here you go, seeing the sealant being gone here. And you can actually see with this last one here too, I believe this is the adhesive, and then it is just completely gone on this other side. I feel like if you're already dealing with a product that is more likely to go bad, that being real cheese that you guys so vigorously defend and prove as the reason it's healthier than Lunchable, if you're using that product, don't you think that quality assurance would just be a little bit more important? But apparently not, because it seems to be the issue repeatedly showing up with these Lunchlys. And what's funny is it's a very common attribute, like you just saw, of a lot of these videos showcasing that mold showing up in the cheese. All BS aside, I do hope that they end up updating and like fixing the issues with the quality assurance with the adhesive, because there are kids that are potentially going to be getting sick from eating this, outside of already getting, you know, about a third of what they need. But I mean, hey, even last month, Mr. Beast said, "We will be only improving the product more and more," heart emoji. We know Mr. Beast is a very sincere individual that will stop at nothing at improving his gambling wins. I mean, the products that he's making for the betterment of humanity. Not to say he needs to better humanity. He's a YouTuber, but you know, at the end of the day, if you're gonna try to release a product and talk about how it's healthier, you know, you're saying the bar is healthy, but it's in hell. Now, the last thing that I wanna show you is something that I haven't really ever done with what I've shown you guys in terms of content, and that's Rosanna actually presenting alternatives to a Lunchly or a Lunchable that a parent doesn't have to cook. You literally just put the ingredients together and send it to your kid as a similar alternative that provides much better nutritional content and calories.
Let's go over some alternatives. So in front of me are two different lunch options that I put together, and both of them, there's no baking, there's no cooking involved. I got all the ingredients at Sprouts, and I got organic things when they were available. Now this first lunch over here, the total price was $3.21. We've got a string cheese, some mixed nuts, a banana, got our fruits and veggies, and then over here we've got snap peas, we've got some wheat crackers, and some organic pop. And then over here, this meal, we've got some hummus, I love it, sweet mini peppers, whole wheat crackers, carrots, an apple, and some cottage cheese.
Now, personally, I'd be going with the second one because I think I would probably throw away the first one and starve myself, because that was the kid I am. I would definitely be going with the second. I'm a sucker for cottage cheese, but I think this is a great point. And she's also gonna go over this one. It's like 30 cents more than the Lunchly, but for like, I don't know, double the nutritional content. It's still a much better alternative. And at the end of the day, it's like actually going to give your kid energy and not mold.
The price of this is $4.29. Here's some other options I wanted to share with you. This is a company that is actually making something like Lunchables, but what is actually better for you. This company is called Little Spoon Lunchers, and they are a little bit more expensive because they're using higher quality ingredients. They've got fruits and vegetables. If you want a variety, you don't want to think it through, and you want something that feels a little bit more like a cooked meal, not so much like a snack, this can be a great option as well.
Now, as you can see, they're saying a little bit more expensive. Now, I think I could be wrong, but this looks a lot like the HelloFresh like advertising style, so I think it might be with the same company. I think Factor also is the same company. But you can see here they do like this half off thing for $4, and I believe they do the same kind of promo where it ends up like going to the normal price after a few months. So realistically, at the end of the day, it's going to end up being $8, starting at how much a Lunchly is. Again, it's a more expensive alternative, like Rosanna points out, but it's like the most like a Lunchable slash Lunchly that you're gonna get with that same kind of, you know, getting a sweet and then other good food for you. Now, personally, I'm not always going the extra mile and showcasing different alternatives when I'm covering the stuff that I'm doing. I made a really poor attempt at that when I was doing the Team Trees and Team C's video I made, which you should check out if you want to, shameless plug. But I think it's important to showcase the fact that realistically, there are other companies, for instance, like the Lunchers, or just the fact that you can just get all the ingredients, buy them in bulk, and then, you know, get those for your kids for each day. And it's gonna end up netting either the same or less of a cost and end up being a lot healthier for your kid, as opposed to one of these, you know, like on-brand products. Also, shout out to Rosanna for bringing on the boys, one half of the legendary Fortnite squad.
People trying the second one?
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't know, because it...
I'll take one
I
for
mean,
the
I might
team.
prefer to try the first one, but
I'm glad to see Jake and Dawson having a good time going over the Lunchlies with Rosanna. So I just had to make sure I got my obligatory dog pack and Jake Whittle meat writing in for the week. But that's it for the video. If you guys enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, consider subscribing. It really helps out. And if you guys like me or like the channel, come join the Discord if you like to play video games or just chat. I just like talking to the people that watch my videos. Y'all are cool. And last but certainly not least, if you want to hear your name spoken in a funny voice at the end of these videos, join, become a member. It's only $1 or $5 if you got deep pockets and want to help support me. And you get early access to videos like this. So check it out. And with all that being said, on to member shoutouts.
This voice mod is apparently Momo, but it just sounds like a Meth Head Valley girl. Let's go, girls. Special shout out to NotNinja_S, Seasonal, Tim Timofola, Jackson, Teresa, Wintheo's mom, thanks mom, Pink Plasma, Crazy Drill, The Stone Wanderer, Eclipsed Wolf Productions, Michael Parks, Kay, Vicky Adeniran, Elena's here, Smiley Face, Munzie, Shows Related, Loom Kitty, Evil Fairy, Cam Nuggets, thank you so much, Cam Nuggets, OMG, it's a pancake, Louis Tiger Rockin', Hexstream, Tom Benenge, Joanne, Michael Dufka, Mel TF2, Jeremy Spellcup, Waylon, Yogi Farmer, Vinzu0913, Keo, Sir Kitty Litter, River Rocks, Persona Normal, Alexander, Noah Brown, Naomi Jimenez, Soondasphere, Frosty, Tommy C's Cat, Orange Cat Pianist, and 40, PB with K, Bim Jim, Alex, Yes I'm Mole, Basically Bricks, Cooking with Silence, Kate Munster, Quintia's brother, Owen Renane, Mills ABI, Silas Sneega, we're all young kind, Esme, Smiley Face, Elise JK, Clad, Kate's mom, and Bosu. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys later. Adios, goodbye, get out of here.